I didn't realize how much I'd been thinking about Evan until I saw his name on my phone again. It was early evening, the quiet hour when the day finally loosens its grip. The house was dim, golden light slipping through the curtains, and I had just poured myself a glass of wine. "Would you like some company tonight? No expectations, just conversation." I smiled before I answered. Yes, I would. When he arrived, I noticed how deliberate his movements were, not rushed, not hesitant. He greeted me with the same calm warmth I'd grown used to, but there was something else beneath it now. Awareness. When we sat across from each other, knees angled inward, I felt it immediately, the way silence no longer felt neutral. It felt loaded. We talked at first about nothing important. About music, about places we'd been, about how strange it is to feel both settled and unfinished at the same time. He listened the way he always did, fully, and when he spoke, it was with intention. I found myself leaning forward without realizing it. At some point, the conversation slowed. The wine sat untouched. The room seemed to breathe with us. "You know," he said softly, "I keep replaying the way you looked at me that night in the car." My breath caught. How did I look? Like you were remembering yourself. The words settled somewhere deep. I felt seen in a way that was almost overwhelming. I didn't look away this time when our eyes held. The distance between us felt suddenly very small. When he shifted closer, it wasn't dramatic, just a quiet closing of space. His knee brushed mine, sending a slow awareness up my spine. I didn't move away. Instead, I let my hand rest against the couch cushion between us, close enough that his fingers could find mine if he wanted. They did. His touch was unhurried, respectful, exploratory. The pat of his thumb traced a slow line along my knuckle, then paused, as if checking in. I turned my hand slightly, inviting more. The contact grounded me, not rushed, not demanding, just present. "I don't want to pretend this is nothing," he said quietly, "but I don't want to cross a line you're not ready for." I appreciated that more than he knew. "I don't feel rushed," I replied honestly. "I feel awake." That was all it took. He leaned in slowly, giving me time to stop him. I didn't. When his lips met mine, it was gentle at first, exploratory, patient, the kind of kiss that asks rather than takes. I responded instinctively, my body remembering something my mind had forgotten. The kiss deepened gradually, breath mingling, tension melting into warmth. His hand found my waist, steady and reassuring, drawing me closer until the space between us no longer existed. I felt his pause again, that quiet question, before I answered by pressing closer myself. When we finally pulled back, we stayed close, foreheads touching, breathing the same air. "Stay," he murmured. I did. We moved together without urgency, letting the night guide us. The house was quiet, wrapped in shadows and soft light. Every touch felt intentional, every moment earned. There was no rush to label what was happening, only the shared understanding that this mattered. Later, curled against him, listening to the slow rhythm of his breathing, I realized something profound. This wasn't about age or timing or expectation. It was about connection, about being seen, desired, and met exactly where I was. The ride home hadn't just changed my evening. It had changed the way I believed connection could find me. And as the night held us, I understood. This wasn't the end of something unexpected. It was the beginning of something deeply chosen.